Welcome to another edition of Wrastle Talk. Before we begin, go ahead and hit the notification button when this episode comes out. You'll get an alert. And if you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us on Apple, Spotify, or iHeartRadio, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, follow our social media sites. We're on Instagram. We're also on X. Lou is at Defin_level 71. Of course, I am at Mario Eats for Games. Lou, how are you doing today with this heat?
Man, that's hot as hell, man. Oh damn. I got my thing in the background there. Yo, it's hot as hell right now, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how it is out there in Texas, but Charlotte hot as shit.
Well, of course, we're not as hot as I think the temperature in Saudi Arabia is 109.
Damn.
But it sure does feel like it down here.
What is it again?
I think it was 109 degrees.
Damn. 109. God damn.
109.
Damn. That's heat, baby. It's heat.
That's heat right there. Of course, it is summertime. It's that time where, of course, you go out to sandy beaches, get sunburns and all this and that. And
Yep.
Of course, wrestling, with such events as Night of Champions, what we're discussing too. But before we get further on, guys, again, you guys have put us over on our last episode, our last Money in the Bank Worlds Collides episode. We reached over 2.8 K views. Over close to 300 people gave us a thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much. Yep. We appreciate you guys. Lou, how you feel about this?
But people right now is listening to me, but people watching, give you thank you for praying hands. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yo, listen, we work hard on this right here. We have fun with this. Right, we try and put out good content as much as we can. It was a good episode, but I think this one might top that one, man. For real, I ain't gonna talk about it. Shit.
Of course, Wrestle Talk is underneath the Let's Talk About It umbrella, so you can catch our episodes on there. Thank you so much for putting this over. It tells us that you guys are really digging what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And I should go ahead and let you guys know on our last episode that it was mentioned that I'll be attending Monday Night Raw July 21st in Houston, Texas. So I discussed it with the family, and they thought that it'd be a good idea to get some feedback from the viewers. Of course, we'll be getting some signs made up. And if you guys have any ideas on what signs that you guys want to be seen on Monday Night Raw, hit us up. Of course, you can hit us up on both ways on Instagram. You can hit us up on Wrestle Talk, or you can even hit us up on Yahoo. The email is let's talk about it at yahoo.com. Did I get that right, Lou?
Nope. Let's talk about it _71 at yahoo.com.
There you go, guys. My mistake.
Right.
So if you guys, my family's going to pick the best sign or slogan, and we're going to try to get that sign on TV for you guys. And this is this is really a thank you to you guys who's watching us, who's putting our content out, who's sharing it, who's liking it, leaving the comments, interacting with us. Thank you so much for that.
53 shares, man. 53 shares. That was right.
Of course, we're going to go ahead and talk about this month's pay-per-view or PLE Night of Champions, 6 matches. We also got the mailbag throughout the show.
Yep.
But let's start off a moment in history. And I know that there's been guys that been wanting to hear something other than WWE. Let's go ahead and talk about Ring of Honor. This date back in 2002, Ring of Honor had their pay-per-view WrestleWave from Lou's hometown, Philly. Of course, on that pay-per-view, you see Samoa Joe defeated Dan Mouth. that Samoa retained the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. You also see AJ Styles defeated Chris Sabian, who retained the NWA World title. And in the main event of that pay-per-view, you see Trent Acid defeated Homicide in a fight without honor match. I never heard of that.
No, I never heard of that either.
That was pretty interesting. I might have to check that out one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, are you ready to get into this pay-per-view or PLE?
Yeah, man. I mean, well, it's pay-per-view to us, but people call it PLEs, whatever.
We're old school guys. We prefer pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll get into our first match. It's the King of the Ring tournament final. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Man, this was predictable. And the winner of this match gets crowned not only the King of the Ring, but receives a title match for their respective brands' World Championship match at SummerSlam. Of course, we'll get predictions out the way. Lou, you and I both predicted that Cody Rhodes would win this match.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, he won it in 19 minutes and 45 seconds.
Damn. Okay.
The finish of this match, I was okay with. Orton used a chair as a decoy and then exposed the turnbuckle. It backfired with Cody hitting the crossroads for the win. It was a solid match, mainly to push the storyline, which, of course, we all expected. I do believe that this is the first time WWE ever put a talent winning the King of the Ring after main event WrestleMania back-to-back. Also, this is the first time WWE ever pushed any talent to win the Royal Rumble and the King of the Ring on the same year. Lou, what are your thoughts about this match? I know you saw this coming. Did you agree with this match? Did you not agree with this match?
Sir, let me tell you. We talked about this shit. We knew it was coming. You knew it was setting up for Cody. What I don't like is this is 2 years in a row, King of the Ring final. And who loses 2 years in a row? Randy.
What?
Okay. He lost to Gunther last year, which you knew that was coming. Cody this year, like you said, listen, the match was okay. The crowd was more into Randy. I wish they would stop with the whole, stopping him do the whole boot kick thing. Just let him do it. I mean, but I guess they save him for a certain spot, whatever the fuck it is. The finish was terrible. I ain't like the finish. I thought it was bullshit. But I guess the save face make Cody look whatever. But I got a question for you, man. When you watch this match, right? You watch it, and I watched it. Everybody's waiting for heel Cody to come out, right? Heel Cody. Mm-hmm. But they've been plotting seeds with Randy with the boot kick, the Legend Killer stuff. Cody even referenced the Legend Killer. Is it better after this story? Did it have heel Cody or go back to heel Randy? What's going to work better storylines? Because in my opinion, I know people want to see heel Cody, but for storyline purposes, to make it look good, is heel Randy. That's what I saw after this match. The match was okay. It's setting up for something in the future. We already discussed about the shit. It's setting up something. I don't know what the fuck it's set up. I like heel Randy better. Cody, it's set up for SummerSlam. Him versus Cena. Now, does that match going to draw? Yeah. But you got to have some type of surprise with that shit too. But for Cody to go back, I don't know, man. your Uncle Paul, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, he getting on my damn nerves. These storylines are getting on my damn last nerve. I mean, we can go through a lot more of this shit. I got some shit for later on. You already know what I'm pissed off about. Seriously, about that shit. But Cody beating Randy, you knew it was going to come. It was coming. I mean, but who would you rather have, heel Cody or heel Randy?
During the match, I suspected that Cody might have turned heel, but when you see Randy using the chair and play, exposing the turnbuckle, that's all heel shit. That's all heel shit. Trying to gain that win on the storyline. And I almost thought that Orton would actually turn heel, which, if that was to happen, it would have made no sense, considering that Orton is very popular with the fans at this time.
Okay.
But the question is, when and how is WWE going to turn Cody heel?
I don't think they are, man. Honestly, I don't think they're going to turn Cody heel. I really don't. I don't think they're going to do it. I mean, will it really work? And we talked about this last time. You're going to need a heel at the Cena. So, does Cody work for that? Does Randy work for that? I mean, we guesstimating right now. I mean, listen, what you gotta do is email your Uncle Paul and shit and find out for us. You know what I mean? Give us a scoop and shit. Seriously.
I would love to see a heel turn for Cody. Simply because you won't bore out that talent. You can always switch him back to face at a later time. But I just feel like there's so much shit that you can do with Cody Rhodes as far as, adding another layer to the storyline persona, because there's so much shit. You look at Dusty Rhodes, and then you see the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
You see the Fraction. You can do the same thing with Cody. You can build them up a fraction. But we all know that that's not going to happen anytime soon.
I don't know, man. Again, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this match. Again, and I've been saying this shit for how long now? A whole year? Taking people's finishes over and over again. Aren't you getting tired of that shit? Because I am. I'm RKOs, Cody Cutters, or whatever, Crossroads crap. And they win on some other bullshit, but you're taking everybody's finishes. That makes no sense to me. I don't know. But throughout the year on Raw or SmackDown or that corny ass Saturday Night Main Event, one move gets them off. You put them on pay-per-view, they kicking out 3-4 finishes. Does that make sense to you? Huh. Yeah, he's thinking about it.
I think at this time that overdoing it to build up some kind of hype for that crowd, depending on where they're at.
It's already hype.
But for watching it on TV repeatedly, I mean, you want to see something new. You want to see something else, something fresh. What that is, I think WWE is using the same format for certain talents, such as Cody and Orton. It's the same repeatedly over and over and over again. I mean, watching it on TV, you said it before, it gets tiring.
Well, you talking about repeating shit. Man, listen, wait till we get to the main event. Huh. You know where they got that shit from. You know what I mean? Oh my God. But anyway, to top this off, how you should do it with Randy with the heel, because I know my Uncle Roos, right? He would do it this way. You know what I mean? He would definitely do it this way. He already lost to Gunther last year. He lost to Cody this year. He's losing all these matches. He lost to Cena. He's tired of losing. He's going to do it by any means necessary. He's going to do whatever he got to do. That's how you turn him. You turn him like that. He just, when he goes off, you start boot kicking everybody and let him go. I want to see the Randy from when he was going against Drew McIntyre back in the day. I want to see that Randy. Like I said, they don't build enough heels, man. I want to see that Randy. I want to see that Randy right there. I want to see the old Randy versus Uncle Paul back in the day. That's what I want to see. He can still do that. But like I said, you gotta get in contact with your uncle, man. Find out what's going on.
Our next match, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. We'll get our predictions out the way. Lou, you predicted Raquel, and of course I went along with Rhea. This match lasted 14 minutes and 5 seconds. Of course, Rhea was the winner of this match. I thought it was fucking awesome how the finish of this match was basically an avalanche riptide from the top turnbuckle on a table. I really did not expect to really enjoy this match as much as I did. And of course, you see both talent having basically matching black, what's the word I'm looking for? Platter gear.
Yeah.
It was a hard-hitting brawl. You see chairs, you see kendo sticks, steel steps that came into play. You also see Roxanne Perez, who runs in for Raquel Rodriguez. The only thing that I'm concerned about for this storyline is what happens with the tag team, women's tag team champions. Because at this point, Liv Morgan is out for the rest of the year due to a shoulder injury when she dislocated it. Do you have a quick tournament for these tag team titles? Or do you let Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez be women's tag team champions for the meantime? Lou, what's your thoughts?
Well, they told the story automatically. I mean, to answer that last part of your question, they already set it up. Roxanne's going to take Liv's place. Roxanne and Raquel's going to have some type of friendship. It's going to start off rough. They're going to have a friendship. They're going to defend the tag titles. And they're going to play this out until Liv comes back. They already told that story. I can figure that out. I mean, Uncle Paul, he ain't that smart, shit like that. Anybody can figure that storyline out. I mean, he can figure that out. I mean, but Raquel, this is the best she ever damn looked. Seriously, I thought this was probably one of the top women's matches you had this year so far. That was a good match. I mean, Rhea really sold for Raquel, and Raquel needed that shit, man. She needed it. Right? That's the way of putting Raquel over. So when her and Roxanne together, they can really jumpstart that division. You know, Roxanne always gonna be a sidekick. She ain't gonna be nobody. I mean, like I told you, man, she another Bailey. I'll give her credit. I'll give her 2 steps above Candice LeRae. I give her two steps above her. Roxanne is, you know, they go tell something. But Rhea in the future, I don't know where you go with her. Put her in a championship title picture. I don't know what you're gonna do with her, but I like the match. I thought the match was good. You know what I mean? It's what I call a yams kicking match. You know what I'm saying? It was a yams kicking match. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So that's my report, sir.
I'm sure we'll be hearing lots of yams throughout the show.
Yes, sir.
And probably later on in the future. I should also mention that this is the first women's street fight on the Saudi PLE or pay-per-view. And this is Ripley's 5-0 in the pay-per-view singles match since this year, 2025.
Yeah, well, she did good, man. You know, it reminded me of that match they talked about on the show when they did that last woman standing match on NXT. I thought it reminds me of that match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the day. But I got a question for you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the mailbag is here again. And we got a question. We're going to have 4 of them today. We're going to have some fun today. These are interesting questions. I told Mario about this earlier. I told this is going to be a good questions right here. Here we go. This is from, you ready, sir?
Yeah.
Sami Slam. He's been on before. Parts unknown. I don't know who the hell it is. This is an interesting question right here, right? What WWE superstar in this era would fit in the WWF 80s and vice versa? I love the question. Slammy, I love that question, bro. I love that question. I got to think about mine. I should have thought about it a little bit more before I asked. But if you want to go first, you want to answer this question later, or you want to think about it later, you let me know.
Roman Reigns. No.
The 80s WWF. This the cartoonish shit.
Cartoonish. Definitely Macho Man would have fit in this era.
This era here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have him go with Punk. You can have him go with Rollins. Very similar styles.
Mm-hmm.
You can also have him go against Cena.
You know what? I have to agree with you. I would, the 80s here, and what about back then? Because I'm thinking like Jacob. I think Jacob would fit in. I mean, Vince would did some shit with Jacob with some cartoon shit. You know what I mean? Back in the 80s.
Now let's see if I can put someone back in the 80s from now.
I put Jacob.
Let's do mid card. I would have loved to see LA Knight probably go against Sino Santana or Rick Martel.
Wait, you talking about what? Rick Martel from the 80s?
Yeah.
Well, he was more of a tag team guy. I mean, no, listen, Rick Martel, I'm going to tell you something. Slammy, I don't mean to go off on your question. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm still pissed off about Rick Martel. I don't know what it is. They built him up back in the day, right, to be the future of the back in the day AWA. Remember AWA?
Yep.
Yeah, he won the world title over there. It was WWF, NWA, AWA, and he came to WWF, and they put him in this little, what's that, Can-Am connection bullshit, whatever it is, tag team titles. Never gave him a real serious run. He was the future. I thought when he came to WWF, they ruined his career because he was on a trajectory of becoming like up there with like Ric Flairs and stuff like that because he beat, I remember the champion. It was Nick Bockwinkel of AWA. This proves how older I am than you are and shit. You know what I mean? So the AWA, which I love the AWA. I was an AWA fan. I really was. Rick Martel could have been one of the best champions out there. I know he's from Canada, but putting him to us now, maybe. But that's my pick is Jacob Fatu. But you got what? Randy Savage?
Yeah.
Slammy, that's as far as we can go with that one. Because we can debate that one all damn day. Go ahead, sir.
All right. And this is going to be a bit of a sleeper for me. Our next match is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
Is that a sleeper?
Yeah.
You ain't like it?
Nah.
Ah, dude.
I was bored.
I liked it. I thought it was it's a good story. But anyway, go ahead.
Of course, you and I both predicted Sami Zayn would win. He won it in 13 minutes and 35 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The finish of this match, after Kross had demanded Sami to admit that he's a liar, Sami Zayn hit the Helluva Kick for the win. To me, again, it felt slow. It lacked energy, and this was very forgettable. And of course, I should also mention that this was a replacement match for the original match, Dominic versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship, which is later going to be postponed to a later date, as mentioned on Raw earlier this week. Lou, what are your thoughts? Because I got nothing positive to say about this match.
I liked it because obviously Sami's going to go in a different direction, but it put Karrion over. Karrion, he started resolute with the fans. He put himself over, and they gave him a shot. They put him on TV. They put him on a pay-per-view. And I thought he did a good job. It sold him for the future. I mean, I thought, you know what I mean? Listen, Karrion is an interesting character. You got to play with a little bit, like fucking Play-Doh and shit like that. You know what I mean? You got to play with him more a bit. He got a lot of ideas, man. He's not bad in the ring. I mean, you know, it was just a way for Sami to put him over. He's going to get a little bit more momentum. You got to put him in a decent storyline. I would like to see him, honestly, put him in a championship run, like a mid-card title. I'd like to see him go against Uncle Howdy. I'd like to see that. Yeah, I think their styles will be kind of cool. I'd like to see them two go at it one day. And I'd like to see him give him a mid-title push. He don't got to win the title, but let him give him a push, man. He deserves it.
You know, I thought that we would see that match eventually someday.
Yeah, he's weird. Your Uncle Howdy's weird. Shit, fuck it. Put them two weirdos together.
You know who Karrion Kross reminds me of?
Who?
WWE's version of Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah. Which version? That before the NWO or after? Or when he was NWO?
But when he was in when Diamond Dallas Page was in WWE, I think like in the early 2000s, and he was doing a storyline with Christian, something about positivity or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and he always does that goofy ass smile, like showing his teeth and shit like that. For anyone who's listening to us on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, this is what he does. He smiles, he shows his teeth, and he has that silly looking grin on his face.
He still does it today. He still does it. I mean, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about. He still does shit. I mean, he does it when he does that little DDP yoga shit. Yeah, I mean, shit. What the fuck?
That's who Karrion Kross reminds me of. It seems that they're pushing that WWE's pushing Sami Zayn into IC title picture very soon.
No, I'll explain him in a month. So we got another question from the mailbag.
All right, let's do it.
All right, this is an interesting question. It comes from a new guy. His name is Johnny Dropkicks 17876. Johnny Dropkicks.
That's the name.
I actually like that name, right? You like that name? Johnny Dropkicks?
Yeah.
He says, are you guys impressed with Seth Rollins' new group? And why not a fourth member like the Four Horsemen and DX? What do you think, sir?
They do have 4 members.
Well, I mean, it's Paul Heyman. I mean, he's probably mean like another wrestler.
I think that they're slowly building up this faction. But then again, why would you need another member when Seth Rollins' purpose is to build up Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed?
Braun don't need it. Well, I guess he needs it because the way I see it, well, I like to see him have a fourth member. I wanted my man Austin Theory to get in. That's what I want to see him do. But they unburied his ass. They got him in catering and shit. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. Listen, bro, I don't know what they got back there in catering, but it must be damn good, man, because their asses be back there all the damn time. You know what I mean? For real. I mean, shit. But drop kicks, am I impressed with it? You guys see where it's going. As you saw for the night or the day, you got to see where it's going. I don't know where it's going. I don't know Paul Heyman's role in this. I think what I would like to see in the future for future booking, like, like fantasy wise, I hope that this sets up Braun for a bigger role in the future, like maybe a turn or whatever, because you know and I know Braun's gonna be champion one day. He's gonna be champion. If Vince was here, he'd probably have him champion now, man. You know what I mean? Shit, for real. Vince would have shot him to the moon by now, like a fucking what's that dude name? The other guy, Brock. Yeah, he'll treat him like Brock and shit. Vinnie Mac, he did all that. My Uncle Roos would have been putting him over already. But I give your Uncle Paul a 2/3 clap on development on Braun Breaker. People on audio, I got 2/3 of my palm clapping for him right now. So I'll give Uncle Paul that much in developing Braun Breaker. But Johnny Dropkicks, you gotta see where it's going. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Our next match, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE United States Championship. We'll get our predictions out the way. We both predicted Jacob Fatu. Of course, Solo Sikoa wins and becomes new United States champion in 12 minutes and 15 seconds. Lou, I'm going to let you take this one first and let you air out your grievances.
First and foremost, I did not see this shit coming. I did not see it coming. At first, I was upset by it. But as you recall, when I texted you, I said there was something was going to happen. It was going to be a surprise. Look on the text, and I said it's going to be, the winner was going to be Jacob, which he didn't, but it was going to be a surprise. And I was right. Hakalua, which they're going to change his name, came from Japan. We talked about it earlier. He's one of Haku's kids, which he got a lot of kids. I don't know how many damn kids he got. He got Tamaloa, Tamatanga, Hangalua. I don't know. Maybe he got some other fucking kids out there. I don't know how many kids he got. But taking the title off of Jacob, see, this is what frustrates me. I guess you're telling a story with this. The only thing I can think about is, because you kind of mentioned this before, but I'm going to piggyback what you said and switch it. You said that this was setting up a Survivor Series with Seth and them. I think this is setting up another Bloodline Survivor Series. That's what I think. Jacob's by himself now. Okay, now you got 4 of them. You got Solo, JC, Hakalua, and Tangaloa. We don't know where Tamatanga is. Yeah, that guy. We don't know where he's at. He might come back. We don't know where that is. So this puts up. So this actually explains SmackDown last night, where Jimmy Uso and Jacob was looking at each other. So maybe they're going to get together. And now Jay got nothing to do. He ain't got no fucking title. He might as well bring his ass back too. Roman has not come back yet. Which, by the way, Roman's actually filming Street Fighter 2. He's one of the characters. He's one of the characters Street Fighter 2.
I did not know that.
Comes out next year. I thought it was bullshit, but it's true.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
He's one of the characters in Street Fighter 2. He is going to be, I'll tell you right now, I think he's going to be, I had it, but I'll take it to you later on. They got him, Jason Momoa is going to be in it. But he's one of the characters in Street Fighter 2, which I cannot wait, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to beg this man. I know it's Wrastle Talk. We talk wrestling, but I want to do a movie preview about that damn movie for real when it comes out.
Hold on, sidebar. I know you mentioned Jason Momoa. Is he going to play a different character than that boring Aquaman that he's been doing?
Yeah, he's going to play. I don't know how much he plays Street Fighter. It's the green guy.
The green guy.
Yeah.
Value.
I forgot what. I know it's a green fighter. He's going to play that one.
It has to be value.
Shit. They got 50 Cent will be in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he will be in it. It's gonna be a big movie. I can't wait to come out. It's gonna be a big movie. But
I'm
anyway,
back to my childhood days, you folks.
see, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. But back to what I'm saying, like, I think it sets up for Survivor Series. If I'm just guesstimating, your Uncle Paul is probably gonna fuck it up anyway, so it don't make a difference. So, but go ahead, sir.
Well, I have it on my notes that it seems like WWE is building up Bloodline 2.0 for the faction. This whole storyline, the match itself, it had no emotional stakes. I thought that Jacob Fatu's title reign ended too soon. There were too many characters, too fast, not enough focus on the setting up the storyline. And it seems like God might be formed underneath Solo Sokoa.
I have a side question for you.
Yeah.
Will Rikishi bitch again about the short title reigns again? Because his son just got the title. Is he going to bitch about that too?
I think I think I love Rikishi. He's a smart businessman, but he is passionate when it comes to his family. And of course, sometimes he's very opinionated. So you have to separate opinions from business. You have to.
Is he going to bitch because his son won it? You know what I mean?
He always has something to say. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Sir, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on a side note, speaking of the whole Bloodline family and stuff like that, I want to go back to SmackDown for a second. Congratulations to Gulia. Am I saying it right? Gulia, right?
Yeah, Gulia.
You know, she won the United States title. It's a step up, step down. Great. Congratulations to her. But I want to give a special shout out to the woman who's doing the best work of her career is Naomi. Okay? Naomi, she's doing the best work of her career. So the only thing I gotta say is this. 4 letters, 1 word, yams. Thank you very much. Back to you, sir.
Yams. Nice. Yeet.
Yams.
Muscles.
No yams. No yams.
For those of y'all who's watching us on YouTube, listening to us on audio, thank you so much. Of course, there's an inside joke involving yams and no yams. As you go back to our Money in the Bank episode, we referred to 2 female talents, Raquel and Jordan Grace. So go back and see that episode, and you'll see what we are referring to when it comes to yams.
And no yams. Special shout out to our friend Dutch. Dutch, thank you so much, sir, for putting us on the path, for making it better. Yams, Lou, no yams. Thank you.
Did you get my picture from earlier today?
What?
Involving yams and no yams?
No, I ain't see it.
Go ahead and take a look at it right now.
There's no picture come up. The only you text me was time to eat. That's it.
After that, it didn't come up?
Nope.
I'll text you the pictures again after the show, but I'm going to go ahead and post that on our Instagram page.
That's right.
Folks, go to our Instagram page, and we're going to try to get that on our X page too. Yams, no yams. And you'll see a more visual picture of what we are referring to.
Yep.
That should be a lot of fun for you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 words. 4 letters, 1 word. Yams.
All right. Our next match. Oh, and this is gonna get on your bad side too.
Oh Lord, yo, give it to me because I'm ready to go now.
All right. Our next match is the Queen of the Ring tournament final: Asuka versus Jade Cargill. The winner is crowned Queen of the Ring and receives a match for their respective brands World Championship at SummerSlam. Of course, our predictions: Lou, you predicted Asuka. I predicted Jade. Jade Cargill wins it at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Lou, I'll let you go first.
First and foremost, you give it to a woman, a fraud who cannot wrestle. Your Uncle Paul continuously trying to put this girl over. The fans don't even fucking like her. Nobody likes her. She cannot wrestle. You're asking professional wrestlers who have wrestled all over the world for years, who has put their body through everything to put over a fraud who cannot wrestle. I don't want to hear it. You can send me emails. You can send me whatever. I don't give a shit. When we made these predictions, I had a feeling he was going to do this shit. You know, back in the day, I would have totally lost my shit. But this is just to be, expected from your Uncle Paul. You know what I mean? My Uncle Roos would never do no shit like this. Ever. Ever. Like I said before, she is no different. Matter of fact, Candice LeRae is a better wrestler than her. Okay? Way better. Jade Cargill's a damn fraud, cannot wrestle for shit, and you give her the Queen of the Ring crown over Asuka, of a woman who put everything on the line, who's won every title everywhere, all in WWE, all NXT, all around the world, all in Japan, and you will put the former TBS champion AEW who can't even fucking wrestle or give promos? Are you fucking kidding me? She was damn what? Okay, she was babysitted by Bianca for a year? For a year, right? I mean, right? You got Naomi selling for. You got everybody selling for, right? And there's a rumor that her and Charlotte go get into it, maybe Evolution. What? Let me guess, right? You gonna ask her to take a dive for it too? So let me get it straight. So since she won Queen of the Ring, what, she's taking on Tiffy? Right? Because they both on SmackDown, right?
Mm-hmm. More than likely.
So the only reason why you would do this shit to tell a story, Uncle Paul, again, just like you fucked up Money in the Bank last year to tell a story. So you're telling a story by having Jade Cargill win Queen of the Ring, go to SummerSlam, take on Tiffy time, and guess who has the briefcase that she has a beef with? Yams. She got a beef with her, right? So obviously that's the way you're going. You know what I mean? Naomi's going to cash in at SummerSlam, like I said before. But you want to have this fraud, Jade Cargill, okay? What you could have had, the match everybody been wanting to see forever, is Asuka versus Io. Will be a better wrestling match than some fraud that you had to carry throughout the whole match. You saw the match. Everybody saw the match. Who carried the match? Asuka. Who got her ass kicked the whole match? Jade did. Are you kidding me? But you continuously put her over. For what? She gives nothing to the table because she has a look. She can't wrestle. She has no promo skills. All right, I've been attacked by man. I can't. Go. I'm sorry. I can't.
All right. Well, the only good things I can say about this is that I love Asuka's bold red and black. Of course, Jay comes in striking white with gold. It seems that WWE is strapping the rocket to Jade, setting her up for a women's title match at SummerSlam. Of course, I should note that this is the first ever. This is Jade. Jade Cargill is the first ever black Queen of the Ring. that WWE had. Interested to see where this storyline goes. Of course, for the most part, I totally agree with Lou. I'm not so much of a fan of Jade, her style, her in-ring ability, her promo skills. The only thing that you can actually say something positive is maybe her look. That's about it. WWE needs to do something different with Jade. I thought that this was a mistake, allowing her to win the Queen of the Ring. Asuka probably should have won it. I would have loved to see her in the title picture going against Io Sky at SummerSlam, but of course that's not even going to happen.
All is to tell a fucking story. To tell a story. Sir, let's get back to the mailbag if you don't mind.
All right.
All right. All right. Guess who this is from, sir?
Who?
Someone we have not heard from a long, long time. Someone who got on me about cursing. Yes. Mary Kay is back. Mary says, good job, Lou, for the less cursing on the show. It's much better now. Good job. Thanks, Mary.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Question for you guys is, who is better for John to drop the title to? Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, or R-Truth?
You know my answer.
Yeah, I know. Mary, he wants R-Truth to do it. I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't mind it myself. But honestly, the way everything is going now, trajectory-wise, the only person that I see him dropping the title to is Roman. I see him drop a title to Roman. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. But, the R-Truth thing, something would have to happen for R-Truth to win it. I don't know how they're going to spin that. I know he got something going on Aleister Black right now. I know he's still screaming he wants Cena. He wants Cena. You know what I mean? They got Truth going with Aleister right now, which is very interesting. I actually like that storyline. I kind of like that one. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see where that one's going. Yeah. But before we get to your main event, so I got one more question for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Last question. Okay. This is actually to you.
Oh.
Okay. This is from Brandon from Wrestling World USA. He's been on a couple of times. Okay.
Hey, Brandon.
He says, Mario, your fantasy booking last time with Logan Paul, I liked it. But I have one better for you. Logan Paul wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania, gets the world title, but loses it to Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam. What do you think about that champ? So Logan Paul wins the Royal Rumble, goes to WrestleMania, wins the world title, but loses it to Jacob at SummerSlam. He's asking you.
The thing about Logan Paul, this primetime poser, is that because not so many people, including myself, personally like him, so you want to build up that heat for him. You want to use that momentum to build up that heat. Possibly, he can lose the strap to Jacob at SummerSlam, but I don't think the moment will be as special as if Logan was to drop the belt off to him at the end of the year, like Survivor Series or sometime in December. Have a feel good moment. Everybody, it's the holidays. People are in a good mood. You want to be in a good mood. Wrestling fans wants to be in a good mood. Lou, I know you want to be in a good mood at the end of the year. Why not have that feel good moment and have Logan drop the belt off to Jacob at the end of the year instead of SummerSlam? Keep on building up that heat.
I can't believe he's saying this shit. Brandon, he's fucking bullshit. Yeah. This man would have a shit if Logan ever won that title. If he ever won the Royal Rumble, he would go crazy.
Hold on, the man is asking me about fantasy booking, and personally, I hate Logan Paul.
You would lose your shit if he won the Royal Rumble. You would lose it. You wouldn't even come on the show. Like I can't talk about it. You would lose your shit.
WWE will never book Logan Paul to win the belt.
Oh, I bet you money they will.
They better not.
I bet you they will. I guarantee he's going to be champion. He'll be champion by next year. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Just to piss you off. I'm going to laugh my ass off.
They do it. Ooh, nuh-uh.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Would you rather see him win Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank? If you had to pick one.
Lead the Royal Rumble for the face. Have him win Money in the Bank.
And because you want him to have a failed cash in, right?
Yeah. That's more heelish.
But then when's the last time they had a heel win the Royal Rumble?
I don't remember.
They need that. They need to switch that up.
Mm-hmm.
Besides LA Knight win it, which I think he's gonna win it. But anyway, I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead. That's the last question.
All right, let's get into our final match. It's the main event for Night of Champions, John Cena versus CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship. Lou and I both predicted John Cena would win. Of course, he won it in 26 minutes and 15 seconds. The finisher of this match, there was too much going on. Of course, Seth Rollins, you see Seth Rollins coming to play with the briefcase, hitting Punk over the head, then giving him a stomp, allowing John Cena to win after Cena had thrown out Rollins out the ring. I should say, Lou, did you see SmackDown?
Yeah.
The hype building up to this match was on point. This was actually, I did not really think that I thought the WWE would trash this match. This was actually a pretty good match. The only thing that, I was trying to keep up with is like everyone coming in the picture. But of course, they're setting up future storylines. Okay, I get that. That was a little bit getting on my nerves. You see Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. You see Penta, Sami Zayn. They're setting up these small storylines. Okay, fine, I get that. That was starting to get on my nerves. Mm-hmm. But I already knew the moment that Cody Rhodes won King of the Ring, I already knew that John Cena was gonna win this match against CM Punk, setting them up.
No matter what, whoever won.
Yeah,
win no matter what.
It was setting them up for SummerSlam. Of course, it seemed at some point during the match, it seemed as you were watching a face Cena when the crowd was chanting no when he had the belt in hand.
He did before. He did a couple times before.
That part confuses me. Well, of course, this heel turn of Cena. People like it. People don't like it. I think for the most part, the crowd is just giving what they want as far as chants and stuff like that. Cena sucks. Let's go Cena. What was another chant that they just did? Let's go Punk. Cena sucks. Let's go Punk.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, like at some point, This proves my point. Regardless of whether Cena's face or heel, he's always been that stuck in the middle, somewhere in between. You really can't push him as a face. You're seeing the same thing as a heel.
Is that the biggest face? What? What? Oh.
You cannot push him as the biggest face because people do not like him. He's always been split down the middle. You see this, people seeing the same thing as him as a heel. You can't push him all the way as a heel. He's somewhere down the middle. That has never happened with any talent in WWE before, which makes it very unique.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's embellishing, he's embracing the shit he's been through for years. I mean, I don't know why Vince didn't do it back in the day, but you know, Vince loved him being a face. You know what I mean? To me, I think he's gonna leave as a face. I don't think he's gonna leave as a heel. I think he'll leave as a face. I think he changes and do something at the end. And for Pete's sake, fans, stop with the Dwayne Johnson thing, the Rock shit. You don't need him. You don't need him for this. Will they come back at the end? Probably, but who cares? You know, the Punk match. Matter of fact, the SmackDown one with the whole word life thing, I actually loved that. I thought it was very, very good. It wasn't as good as Truth's one on Saturday Night Main Event doing what was it? Ron Cena. I like that one better. Mm-hmm. Even though he didn't do a promo, but I like that interest better with the Ron Cena John. I like that better. I'll tell you, the Thug Life thing, that's what Truth should have came out with. That song. That would have fit Truth better.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole Thugonomics song he came out with SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
When Truth came out with the John Cena's theme on Saturday Night Main Event,
yeah,
he should have came out with a Thugonomics one. That's what they should have saved that for him. I think I liked it, but I think they wasted on CM Punk. That's not his thing, right? That's not him.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that was not CM Punk.
No.
Thing. Of course, those lines, and for those of y'all who's watching us on YouTube or listening to us on audio, go back to SmackDown. Listen to those lines because there's some lines I cannot repeat here on this show. Go back to them lines. Some of them got real some of those lines got real personal.
Yeah.
And the only thing that came up to me is the person who created this for CM Punk is none other than John Cena. It's his style. John Cena was talking trash about John Cena. Voted for CM Punk. As a matter of fact, go back to Cena's Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick. Listen to some of his raps. The styles is very similar. It promoted this match very well. The match was, for the most part, very solid and pretty good. I did not think I would like it at first.
It was slow to keep up with CM Punk. He's old. He's old and washed.
Lots of storylines involved.
He's old.
Lots of storylines involved. Of course, we'll go ahead and wind this down.
He sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks. That's it. He sucks.
We'll go ahead and just wind this down. Let's go ahead and, talk about this. Let's talk about SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Based on the outcome of the matches, on what we saw today, how do you see SummerSlam going?
The typical matches that you have, like on Saturday Night's Main Event, but they had to put some type of storyline to it, some type of surprise. That's the only thing that's gonna make it work. The Cody and Cena thing, you gotta have like some type of distraction or something like that to keep the bet on Cena. The whole Seth Rollins cash in today. Again, here we go, another fake cash in. What's up with your Uncle Paul with these fake ass cash ins? I mean, does he like that shit? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, he does shit all day.
Been putting it on TV.
He does it all the time. He's been doing it for fucking years, man. I mean, the Jade one, you know, I don't know where you're going to come up with 2 nights. I guess you're going to tell the story that weekend of Saturday Night Main Event, maybe Evolution, maybe there may be more women's matches. I don't know, but I don't know how you're going. What, you probably had 7 matches on SummerSlam a piece, maybe.
SummerSlam, it's a 2-night event, so yeah, 7 matches apiece.
Okay, like 6-7 matches. Cena, Cody, Jade, Tiffy. But where are the other matches? Like what the new Bloodline?
I can see Solo and Jacob Fatu. I can also see Jimmy and Jay Uso. I can also see Jimmy and Jay Uso against Tangaloa and this new character.
Yeah,
that 7-foot monster. Who else?
Penta versus Breaker.
I can actually see Sami versus Dominic for the IC title.
No, that'll probably be the AJ shit. I don't know what Dom got the defending title, but it's supposed to be Night of Champions, and you put three championship matches on SmackDown and 3 on Night of Champions. Like, I don't know.
The format, you're right. You're right, because the format back then, when Vince was in charge, all the champions performed that night.
Yeah.
But of course, this last year or so, you see 5 matches per pay-per-view. 6 on this one.
And then you got Saturday Night's Main Event. I thought they would save that one for SummerSlam. Maybe because he got something to do. He can't wait that long. I don't know. I thought Gunther Goldberg would be better for SummerSlam. But I guess they need for Saturday Night Main Event, which I hope they don't bring that shit back next year. I hope they drop that shit. It's stupid. It's dumb. You're supposed to give more opportunity to people, get them out of catering, but you're using the same people over and over again. It got too many damn commercials. You know what I mean? So, but to answer your question, SummerSlam, I don't know, man. Like, you tell me where they gonna come up with 6-7 matches per night. Because I don't see it. Maybe with the SmackDown titles. Since they keep on screwing over Wyatt 6. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where it's coming from. What?
Well, of course, SummerSlam comes in August 2nd and 3rd. There's a 2-night event in Jersey from MetLife Stadium. Before SummerSlam, we have WWE Evolution, which comes out July 21st. Saturday night's main event, which is Goldberg's last match in Atlanta. Also, it's in July 12th. Of course, on that same day, it's the Great American Bash. WWE has lots of stuff going on, so it's going to be interesting to see how all these storylines turns out for SummerSlam.
But why on the same weekend? You got Great American Bash, Main Event, and Evolution on the same weekend. Why can't you give the women their own weekend?
Good question.
Why? Why can't you do that? Well, you don't think it's going to withdraw? Well, do something about the fucking women's division. Have better storylines. Something. It's one night. And you put them on Sunday night at that.
So there's at least 5 matches that they can put on the Women's Evolution. Honestly, I think they need to do 7, because you had both main eventers, Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, put them on there. Then you got the mid-card championships, the IC title, and the United States title. Put them
You got
on
three
there.
brands, bro. You got 3 brands. Them women go want to be on there. For all women pay-per-view, first and foremost, I guarantee you gonna have a fucking battle royal. I guarantee you. That's gonna be on there. You got 3 women's brand with stacked rosters. How the hell you will get them women on that card?
Eight. And no, 8 is too many. 8 is
They
too
can't
many.
be.
It can be?
No, but I guarantee you they'll have a battle royal because you got to have the NXT girls get a shot too. And this is a big deal for women's division. It's an all women's pay-per-view. So there's gonna be some girls who's not gonna be in this bitch. Now, in this whole damn pay-per-view. It's not gonna be in it. That's not fair. But they will have a battle royal. I guarantee they'll have a battle royal. You got to.
Mm-hmm.
But you had them fraud ass like. See, this was really what pissed me off. If you got that fraud ass Jade Cargill, okay, you put her in Evolution, I'm gonna be pissed. Why would you give up spots from women who have fought and clawed over a fraud that was given every damn thing because of her look? I don't care. I don't care if she's the first this, first that. Dude, she can't fucking wrestle. Everybody talking about John Cena can't wrestle. She can't wrestle. I went back to it. But anyway, the original point, SummerSlam, I don't know what they're going to do. Evolution, I don't know what they're going to do. So it's on you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching us on YouTube, listening to us on audio on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. We come to you again. Our next show is actually a game show on Wrestle Talk. Lou, you want to give them a sneak peek?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have, it will be out, by the time this recorded, this will be out. This will be out already. Our little draft, we're going to have our draft, our first Wrastle Talk with Mario and Lou. WWE draft, since WWE did not draft. We will be drafting our own rosters. I will be representing SmackDown. He will be representing Raw. I got the first pick, so I control the draft. So, we will maybe post like what roster we have. We're also going to have, if he wants, we can do a little trade after the fact. It depends on what it is. And we're going to have a cut. We're going to cut one person a piece and bring back someone who was cut from back in the day or whatever and bring their asses back. So that's going to be a fun show. But that episode will not drop until Saturday. That is June. What's that? What's Saturday? July 6th. No, 5th. July 5th. Yep. That episode will drop July 5th on Saturday. It'll be so nice little entertainment for you guys on Saturday night. If you want to watch a Saturday night, get some laughs in. Watch how got 2 real professionals create a roster. I will be representing Uncle Roos. He'll be representing his Uncle Paul. So we're gonna have some fun. Stay tuned for that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I know he's about to sign us off, so I got something for you to get out of here. I got 4 letters, 1 word, yams. Back to you, sir.
That does it for here. That does it for us for here on Wrestle Talk. Until then, we see y'all guys later. Yeah.